Castellana, the three varieties we use are Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Sangiovese. As a winemaker, I've discovered over the years that by blending wines from different soil types, different vineyard sources, as well as different varietals, you can make a wine that's more complex than any of the individual components. So our own estate soils are volcanic origin, and they're very light. In other words, the topsoil is only 8 to 18 inches. So we have a little bit more tannin structure here on site. These light soils create wines that are a little bit more powerful. And then when you go to the valley floor, for example, Rutherford Bench, Mike Morrisoli's vineyard provides some real nice depth and richness. There's a lot of gravel, a lot of rock, it's well drained, but it comes from an alluvial fan, soil that's decomposed from the hillside, washed down over thousands and thousands of years. And so in those types of vineyards, we get wines that have a little bit more of a polished edge to them, a little more seductive, not as aggressive on the tannin side. So by blending these complementary sourcing of grapes, you can really adjust the overall palate impression quite a bit. When you pick up a glass of La Castellana, you'll immediately notice that it has a really very beautiful tone to it. Swirl it in your glass, you start getting some of the aroma from the grapes, the bouquet from the winemaking practices, the type of oak that you're using. Once we've got everything out of the fermenter, the wine goes into tank. It'll settle for a couple of days. We then go through the selection process of which barrels are we going to put these in. And we do a little bit of a blending, initial blending for La Castellana, but the majority of the blend is made in the second year. If you're a collector and you want to really lay this down for 10 plus years, my recommendation for La Castellana is up to 20 years of cellaring. During the aging process, the wine will continue to soften. The color changes just slightly with a little bit of oxidation. The wine will become less fruit forward, more spicy, more savory, more aromatic. La Castellana is very versatile. Because it's a little bit lighter, it can be paired with a lot of different things. I particularly like it with a butterflied leg of lamb. It's medium rare, so it's nice and delicate and succulent. And then the La Castellana will provide the acidity from the Sangiovese to really balance some of the richness of the meat. You can dissect it down like that, or you can just put it in your mouth and say, wow, that tastes great.